BTFU.
Welcome to Young Guns episode 8. 9.
We're 9 now.
Wow.
Keep up.
2 weeks off.
I feel like he's aged.
Yeah. His mo's got a bit thicker too, hasn't it? A few more
We're talking
hairs.
about me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll take it as a compliment.
It wasn't a compliment.
Oh,
What's going on with that haircut?
It's getting
I actually
worse.
feel like you've cut it here.
It's
but
getting worse.
no,
isn't it?
it's good. What do you mean? It's like Manny's, you know?
It's horrific.
Well, boys, a new set, Mace. What's going on? We've gone away for 2 weeks and things have changed.
We're expanding.
We might need
Bigger price.
We might need a bigger table though. It's a bit crammed here, but
very
no,
cosy.
it's good. We do need to mention quickly that we did miss last week. This week, round 10, every team had a bye. So we are commentating for the week that we missed. So we are going to be analysing round 9. So,
That's good. And, mate, looking at round 9, lots of upsets.
A few upsets, yeah.
Yeah, upsets and teams starting to, from the bottom of the ladder, starting to, make a bit of a presence. They're getting closer, a little bit like the Tigers in the NRL.
They are.
I thought you were meaning the Tigers in this. But
Yeah, well,
the NRL,
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Tommy.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about the Tigers.
Who's on top of the
Dragons
ladder
game.
at the moment?
In Flegg, the Roosters, your Chuggies. You knew that.
Yeah.
Just
The
checking.
only team that are on top of the
That's all
coffee.
right.
No,
You've got to
they're
start
the
somewhere,
Roosters.
like the Tigers.
They're going fantastic at the moment.
Yeah,
we'll
so
get into that.
Let's review that week and give us some, details around probably the game that no one saw coming with the Storm.
For sure. Well, I want to start off. We'll go with that later, but I want to start off quickly with the Dragons Dogs game. A bit of a shocker. Well, all of these games have been a bit of a shocker with results, but the Bulldogs they got away with the skin of their teeth in this game. 18-16 it ended. There's been a multitude of changes to this Dogs team recently. What they've done is they've swapped their Ron Massey young, inexperienced players with their experienced Flegg players that have been doing the goods for them, and they've made the swap and to try and fix results in their Ron Massey side. But they looked the goods, the young boys. In the first 11 minutes, they scored 2 tries, and looks like here comes another easy win for the Dogs. But the Dragons responded with 3 unanswered tries. It took a couple nice lines from the Dogs forward pack to get them over the line. But I'd like to see what happens with this.
I said the Dragons have gone down by 2. That must just flow up at the moment. Poor things.
Every week.
Every week.
1, 2.
I don't want to talk about it. But
Yeah. Just on that changing and swapping around so early in the season, is that a good thing? Because they've got 22, 23 rounds, is that a good thing to be doing at this time of year, getting into that second half of the year?
I think with the club, what they're trying to do, especially with this Ron Massey, they haven't been going too well, and a lot of that was because a lot of younger SG Ball graduates went into that Ron Massey side straight away. One of our guests, hopefully next week, is a player that is in this Dog side who is an SG Ball graduate, Daniel Corcoran.
Okay.
He's got a good story to tell, and I'd like to get him on, so hopefully we can get him next
his
week.
car broke down tonight, didn't it? Or something?
Oh, I don't know what happened with it. I think he's working or something. But I think what they're trying to do is fix the results.
Yeah.
What did you say, Mace, at the start? They're trying to...
We're just trying to balance it out through the grades.
There you go, balance it out and sort of do what a Penrith did and win in all the grades like they did last year.
Yeah. No, well, look, I mean, good luck to the Drags. I mean, they've got probably some tough games ahead of them, but let's see how they go.
Sure.
Give us some of the other details around the round.
Well, here's an upset one. Raiders defeat the Rabbits 22-4. Couldn't see that coming, to be honest with you. Both teams had a full strength team.
They are rocks and diamonds this south side.
Yeah, for sure. They'll beat Panthers and they'll beat Dogs one week, and then they'll lose to the bottom of the league. Raiders.
So it sounds like they just played to the team that's playing ability.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the Raiders, I don't know. Tommy, you might know.
Was it
better
played in
than I.
Canberra?
I believe it was.
Yeah.
But the Raiders haven't been good in Canberra either. This is only their second win of the year. They were good. They were good for this win, though. The Bunnies, they were error-ridden in the first half. A shining light for this Rabbitohs team was Jai Gray. He's got a lot of positive feedback behind him. They blooded him for his first game in Flegg in the halves, and he was the lone try scorer for the Bunnies. He's from Queensland, and he's contracted with the Bunnies. So,
just out of interest, though, with the Raiders, SG Ball were knocked out in the final. They didn't make the GF. Did any of the ball players come up into the Flegg side? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I think so. I think that will be a good win for them to get some of those SG ball players, because that SG ball side were fantastic. They were top of the ladder for most of the year.
Unfortunately, just fell at.
It'll be good for that side to get some of those players in.
Yeah.
But like we saw with the Bulldogs sort of against the Dragons, like there is a bit of an uncertainty whether those younger boys can lift for the Flegg side. But I'd like to see what happens there.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Raiders get a roll on now. They're finally off the bottom of the ladder. But Manly are now dropped to the bottom. So
yeah, absolutely.
I'd like to see them get a roll on.
The Knights. Spoke about them the other week. Real tough football side, starting to improve. Yeah.
Well, now they got 2 wins on the trot. Now it's considered another upset for me. This Eels side, who I rated quite highly.
I just don't get this comp. The Eels have won 5 straight.
We talk about rocks and diamonds, and it really is, especially with this Eels team as well. Like they were looking like they could come out of nowhere and be. We were talking about with Manny the other week how no one expected this Eels side to come as good as they have been, but they have, and they've been going good. But this win for the Knights is their second on the trot now, and they move into 7th, so they're just hanging around the middle of the table there. Particularly Freeman Forsyth in centre. He's been a great try scorer for them. It's his 5th try of the season in centre that he scored, and the Knights, they're hanging around there now.
Again, 2 sides, Parramatta and the Knights, were in the grand final for SG Ball.
Yeah, wow.
They were. So, which was a bit of a coincidence that both of these teams played.
Yeah. So that's telling me that they're only going to strengthen in that back end of the season. Their stocks will go up. So you're going to see a lot of these young 19, 20-year-olds or 19-year-olds really coming to the fore with those 2 sides.
For sure. I want to talk about the next game. This was an absolute great game to watch. I'll say if Manly played any other team on any other day, I think they would have walked away with the win. They brought in a bunch of players. Roosters got the win, your Chooks, against Manly. It was 42-24, but I think the scoreline was probably a bit harsh on Manly. They brought in a bunch of talented players. Gordon Chankung that you've coached.
Coached at a GF. Yeah, for Harold Matts.
He went into hooker for his first Flegg season.
He's a
for his
super
first Flegg
player.
game.
Really good player.
He was great at a hooker, and also Latu Fainu, who he's got plenty of raps behind him. He had his first Flegg game this season. He played in the halves and got a try late in the game. But this Roosters team, they just keep coming. They had that one shock loss against Cronulla, but they love to win. They love to win, and they dominated with 8 tries to keep their top spot on the ladder. In particular, Tavita Hanare Schuster, who is actually my young gun for this week, he was brilliant. A mammoth performance from him from centre. He scored a hat-trick and provided another try with a little flick pass there. So it was fantastic to watch. And Corey Ross at prop as well. Scored 2 tries that you would never expect a prop to score at all. He one of them was like a Michael Jennings, Mitchell Jennings. He bloody got it over the side of the dead ball and put it down. It was a fantastic try, and another one he stepped the fullback to go in and score. Just tries you don't expect a prop to score, and it was fantastic to
watch.
Mitchell Jennings, right?
Michael Jennings.
Jennings.
I would say it might be Michael Jennings.
We
were just going to go with Mitch because change your name.
I got it right the first time.
Might be his middle name.
Yeah.
Nice. Penrith.
I don't have
Tigers.
Yeah,
poor old Tigers.
I don't have too much of this game because the Tigers. It was a tough day at the office for them. They experienced send-offs. They couldn't complete all their sets.
Johnny didn't get sent off, did he?
Johnny
from the Tigers, Tupalutu?
No, it wasn't Tupalutu. Can we name the names who got sent off? Does it really?
No, it's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah, it was Josh Felaherty at centre.
Oh, Josh.
He got sent off. I'm not sure what for, but it was a bit of a brain explosion there. But the Penrith had 62% of the possession of the game, and they completed almost all their sets. They were just looked like the better team. Aston Warwick at second row, who I've talked about a couple times in our podcasts, he had a double and he played good again. But Tigers, they just need to regroup after the bye and sort of figure something out.
Yeah, but we know Penrith too. I mean, they're rocks and diamonds. Sometimes they'll play.
It seems that you've got a couple
half.
of teams that are really genuine rocks or diamonds.
Yeah.
Teams in this comp.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even the Chooks are at the top had that crazy loss to the Sharks, where they just got outclassed. Like with this comp, you really.
Are they only on the one loss though?
Who are the Roosters?
Yeah, is that
Yeah.
So
they're
still
solid.
up top. They're
They're
still
pretty
up top of
solid.
the ladder.
I guess you're entitled to having one bad day at the office.
I can't work out Cronulla. Like Cronulla's sort of been really good.
Which I want to talk. Which is my main news of this round.
Tell us about the Storm Cronulla game.
So the Storm, who have been pretty inconsistent themselves, have edged out a Cronulla side who are experiencing a bit of a fall from grace at the moment. The Storm side produced an inspired performance to defeat the Sharks 14-12 at Cronulla's home ground. The Storm from the outset looked like a team that's more polished than we've ever seen in this comp from them. They built pressure at the start of the game with consecutive repeat sets from their captain, Keegan Russell-Smith, just putting it into the in-goal area.
Good football.
And he's their captain there. He's a great player. The Storm, they scored the first through young 5'8", Stanley Sheehan, off an uncharacteristic error from the Sharks that we don't see much from that team. It took the Sharks until the 34th minute to put on any points. The Storm side really held them out. And the Sharks, they set up a grandstand finish at the end. The Storm sort of let them back into the game, making it 14-12 late in the game with a try. And despite a number of injuries to this Storm side, they had plenty of injuries. And I did not expect them to get any result out of this game. And they pulled through, and their forwards and outside backs showed plenty of defensive grit at the end there to get the win. And they ultimately held on for one of the most impressive performances we've seen from them this year.
So who's your team to beat now? Are you still sticking with the Sharks, or are you starting to have question marks?
Well, this is consecutive losses for the Sharks now. And it was a full-strength side from Cronulla. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm starting to have these little question marks there.
Who are you leaning towards?
They outclass the Roosters. It's between those two.
So
Bulldogs are sort of coming back a little bit, but I'd still have my money probably on the Roosters now. I'm going to switch.
So getting to the halfway mark, where's the ladder sit at the moment? Who we got on top?
So Chuggies are on the top with it's the Bulldogs at second. I wish I had the ladder in front of me. I did have it.
You lost it. Yeah,
it was on my phone. But
so I think we've still got the top four there.
Oh, the top four still
Sharks,
Penrith, Sharks,
Roosters,
Dogs, and
Penrith.
Penrith. Yeah. So there's the four that is still there,
and Parramatta. Parramatta are up there.
Well, Parra's starting to fall behind now a bit with these losses, but it's very competitive in the middle there.
Do you see a change when it comes to Origin time? Because obviously the top grade lose first graders, who then you have reserve graders come in. Flegg must have to obviously push up to reserve grade.
I think it's going to be important for these top SG ball sides that are now starting to blood into the Flegg. They're going to have to really step up.
Yeah,
but you may see now the Parramatters and the Penriths and the Newcastles of the world really sort of come to the fore in the next 4 to 5, 6 weeks, and then we'll go back and move back to the Flegg players coming back, the senior players coming back in 6 weeks after that. But it has to be a flow-on effect, given the sides we're talking about. That'll have a lot of representatives in State of Origin. Penrith will have a number of players. You probably see a few of the Roosters boys, not too many from Newcastle, so that mightn't change much with the Newcastle team.
It could be a big factor in some of the results that we'll see in the coming weeks, but I'm excited to keep watching the comp. It's great to watch.
Yeah, awesome. Tommy, we've got some really exciting stuff coming up in the next few weeks. Kane Nicholas is joining us in a couple of weeks' time
from the Tigers. And I'd like to get Daniel Corcoran on, like I said before. We were meant to have him on tonight, but he missed out for whatever reason.
Still he's hitching. I'm still trying to get him. But
we got plenty of good things to watch coming up.
Really exciting. I'm excited. Good on you, Tommy. And
awesome.
Mace.
Thanks, Aaron.
And guys, everyone out there, please go to www.btfu.com.au or subscribe. Good to see you, and see you next week.